शुक्लांबरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेधसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीतायाः पतये नमः। कूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम् आरुह्य कविताशाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकिकोकिलम्। अञ्जनानन्दनं वीरं जानकी शोकनाशनं कपीशमक्षहन्तारं वन्दे लङ्काभयङ्करम्। नमोऽस्तु रामाय सलक्ष्मणाय देव्यै च तस्यै जनकात्मजायै। नमोऽस्तु रुद्रेन्द्रयमानिलेभ्यो नमोऽस्तु चन्द्रार्कमरुद्गणेभ्यः। ॐ नमः परमहंसास्वादितचरणकमलचिन्मकरन्दाय भक्तजनमानसनिवासाय श्रीरामचन्द्राय ॐ। So we finished the 14th sarga in the last session. We have to start with the 15th. But before I begin, I want to make a correction of what I said in the last class about this Arthavada Shruti. Sorodit, that Shruti is there. So that Shruti prohibits the Danam of silver, I said. So of course that is true, but there is some change that I had to make out of so the entire whatever the story is, I said that silver was born in the Arthavada Shruti. Silver was born out of the tears of Rudra, but that is not the case. So recently I heard Srimani Dharavit Shastrigal's some class in which, I think Vedanta Paribhasha class, in which he was telling the real story, I mean the actual story behind this Arthavada Shruti. And then somebody even pointed out, so it's a common mistake perhaps that people make, that it was Rudra's tears there, because the entire the mantra there goes Sorodit Yadarodit tad rudrasya rudratvam. So that's how the mantra goes. So in fact, when he was telling, somebody from the students asked him also, you are telling this story, but we heard that tears of Rudra. But he said no, that's not the story. And he told the actual story, which I will tell you. And this is an unfortunate mistake. So I don't remember what my teacher taught me, but wherever you see in Vyakyas and everywhere, you will find this story only, that it was Rudra's tears that formed silver. So I'm just correcting that aspect. Which is, so it seems once there was some Devasura Yuddha or something, so all Devatas had to keep their wealth at some place. So they decided they will keep all their wealth in Agni, and then when after the war they will come back and take from Agni. But when they come back after the war, they win the war and come back, Agni does not give and does not want to give back the wealth of Devatas. So they beat him, and there's some story like that. That's how the story goes. And then that time Agni cries. So from the tears of Agni, silver was born. This is the story. Anyway, I thought I should correct this story, correct this statement which I made in the last session. So that being said, let's proceed into the sarga for today, which is 15th sarga. So let's try to finish this sarga in this session. It's about 34 or 35 verses. Not much, except that the essence of this sarga is, so where we stop in the previous sarga is the Ashwamedha Yaga was completed, and then Dasharatha requests Risheshringa to perform some particular yaga so that children are born to him. So the papa in general is removed through Ashwamedha Yaga. Now some punya vishesha through which Dasharatha gets children, so that has to be done. That's the request of Dasharatha. So Risheshringa accepts that, and then that Putra Kameshti Yaga happens. And as Putra Kameshti Yaga is going on, so you will see that in some, I mean the first 2-3 shlokas of this chapter, it's a description of that Putra Kameshti Yaga, and thereafter Devatas take over. The Devatas are talking between themselves, you should see. And then the first 7, 8 or 10 shlokas in the next sarga, till there is a conversation between Devatas. And then after that the yaga I mean the yaga details, the earthly details, Dasharatha, Risheshringa, and those details continue. So we will see. Atha Panchadasha Sargaha Medhavi Tuto Dhyatva Sakinchididamuttaram Labdhasanyestatam Sanyastatastam tu Vedagnon Rupamabravit. Tataha means thereafter, having had this. So this is Risheshringa having heard those words of Dasharatha. Thereafter, what did he do? He is so Dhyatva. He thinks for a moment. So Kinchit Dhyatva. So Kinchit Kalam, for some time, for a short time, he's gone into dhyana to think over what should be done, next. So there's an adjective to Risheshringa here, which is Medhavi. Medhavi is, so here you should take Medhavi means Asesha Veda Shastra Veda Shakha Veda Shaka Dharana Yogya Buddhi. He Shringa has in his mind all the Veda mantras and of all shakas and everything. Why is that? Why is that being said here? Because from all the available Vedic text, he has to bring out some karma through which Dasharatha will get children. So that's the meaning of the adjective here. He knows all the Veda shakas, all the mantras everywhere. So that's the meaning. Medhavi tu tato dhyatva kinchit. So kinchit dhyatva. For some time he thought about, and then idam uttaram iti sanya iti labdha sanyah. So in that samadhi he goes for some into samadhi for some time, and then he gets this thought, or you can say he got this inspiration that this has to be performed next, idam uttaram. So this has to be done next, like that labdha sanyah. He gets that thought in his samadhi. Tatastam tu vedagno nrupam abravit. Again vedagnya. So you can take vedagnya here because Medhavi has already been described as one who knows all the mantras of the Vedas. So here vedagnya you can take. He knows how to perform the yagas and everything mentioned in the Vedas also. So that also he knows. Or you can say he knows the mantras and he knows the artha also. So such a Rishashringa. So Nrupam Abravit, he said the following words to Nrupa, King Dasharatha. What did he say? Ishtim teham karishyami putriyam putra karanat atharva shirasi proktair mantrai siddham vidhanataha. So ishtim teham karishyami. So I will do a particular ishti, a particular yaga for you. What kind of ishti? Putriyam ishtim. So putriyam ishtim karishyami. So I will do a yaga that will give you children. So such a yaga I will do. And why will we do that yaga? Putra karanat, because you want children. Therefore I will do a yaga that will give you children. So putriyam ishtim putra karanat karishyami aham karishyami. And then where is this mantra, where is this ishti coming from? So atharva shirasi. So in atharva veda it is coming. So atharva shirasi proktair mantraihi. So from the mantras mentioned in Atharva Veda, this yaga is coming in Atharva Veda. So from there I will perform according to those mantras, and then Vidhanataha according to the Kalpa Sutra. So Mantraihi Siddham. So in that Atharva Veda, and the Atharva Veda mantras, this ishti is available. That's the meaning. So from there I will do accordingly, according to Kalpa Sutras and things like that. So Vidhanataha, we will do the Putra Kameshti yaga. I will do it, he's saying. So that also shows that he is the Adhvaryu and not the Brahma, as other commentators are mentioning. But Tilakakara maintains a stance that Risheshringa was the Adhvaryu because he is telling Ishtim Teham Karishyami, I will do the Ishti, he is telling, whereas Brahma does not do anything, he is just supervising. Brahma is in that context, Brahma is a supervisor in the yaga. ततः प्राक्रमदिष्टिं तां पुत्र्यां पुत्रकारणात् जुहावाग्नौ च तेजस्वी मंत्रदृष्टेन कर्मणा. So tatah, thereafter, having said like this to Dasharatha that I will perform this yaga, what does he do? Prakramadishtim. So putriyam ishtim prakramat. So he starts that putra kameshti. Putriyam ishtim is the word that he's doing. He's telling that ishti which gives putra. So that ishti he started doing. Putra Karanat. Again, why did he start doing? Because Dasharatha wanted children, for that sake he is doing. And then Juhavagno cha Tejasvi Mantra Drishtena Karmana. So Agno Juhava. So he started doing the yaga in the Agni. He is offering the oblations, the Tejasvi Risheshringa. And how is he doing? Mantra Drishtena Karmana Juhava. So by that, he is doing that karma which is mentioned in the mantras of Atharva Veda. So in the mentioned in the mantras of Veda, such kind of karma this Risheshringa has started doing. Now the scene starts to. So Valmiki is very good at shifting. What should I say? Shifting attention from scene to scene. So here you can see suddenly he changes the scene to somewhere in the Yagashala. Nobody is able to see them, but Devatas are there. They are around, and then they are talking amongst themselves. So that's how it comes here. Mind you, I thought I should say this in the beginning. I forgot. Let me add here. There are some problems with this sarga. So some I don't know, minor or major. How would you want to take? But I will come to that when those words come. I will come to that point. So anyway, so here you will see that Devatas are around. And then they are talking amongst themselves, but these devatas they are not seen by anybody. That not seen by anybody is not said by Valmiki specifically, but the commentators are saying they are around that yajna, whatever fire, but nobody is seeing them, and then they are talking amongst themselves. Tato devas sagandharvas siddhascha paramarshayah bhava pratigrahartham vai samaveta yatha vidhi. So devaha samavetaha. So these devatas have assembled there. Why did they assemble there? Bhava pratigrahartham. So to accept the oblations that is given in that karma, in that yaga, to accept that these devatas have come. That means they are around there. Samaveta yathavidhi yathavidhi bhava pratigrahartham. So as is ordained. So this is for Agni, this is for Varuna. They do yaga like that. So to take those oblations. So you should not take that literally. Literally according to karma, if you say, I mean according to Mimamsa, you see. So Agni will deliver the oblations to devatas. In fact, even that is not accepted by Mimamsakas. Mimamsakas don't accept devatas or anything. So just offering in Agni is done. So nothing like somebody comes and takes it or anything. But here in the story, it's being mentioned like that. So devatas have come there to take the oblations that are offered to them. Yathavidhi. So what is offered to Indra, Indra will take. What is offered to Varuna, Varuna will take ityarthaha. And then these devatas are not alone. So they are Sagandharvaha. Gandharvas have come along with them. Siddhascha. Siddhas have also come around, and then Paramarshaya, great rishis, they have also come around. So these devatas along with Siddhas, Gandharvas, rishis, Paramarshis, all these people are there around. So devatas have come for taking the oblations, and these devatas have come with other people. It's not like Gandharvas, Devas have assembled there along with these other people, but these devatas have come for taking the oblations. तासमेत्य यथा न्यायं तस्मिन् सदसि देवताः अब्रुवन् लोककर्तारं ब्रह्माणं वचनं ततः तासमेत्य यथा न्यायं. So yatha nyayam means according to whatever the vidhi, these people have come. So they have also, let's say maybe they have this protocol, who stands first, who stands second, things like that. So like that they have all assembled there. Yatha nyayam sametya tasmin sadasi, in that sadas, that yajna sadas, these people having assembled, devataha having assembled, these devatas having assembled, what did they do? Abruvan lokakartaram brahmanam. So Brahmaji has also come, lokakarta chaturmukha Brahma. So he is also there. So they say, these devatas say the following words to the tataha vachanam abruvan. So they say these following words to the chaturmukha Brahma. What did they say? भगवन्स्त्वत्प्रसादेन रावणो नाम राक्षसः सर्वान्नो बाधते वीर्याच्छासितुं तं न शक्नुमः. So this is some kind of sarcasm. So some kind of they are telling Brahma. So Bhagavan Tvotprasadena Ravano Nama Rakshasah. Hey Bhagavan, by your prasada, by your grace. So by your grace, this Ravano Nama Rakshasah, there is this Rakshasa called Ravana. What is he doing? Sarvanaha badhate. So this Ravana, he is troubling all of us. Badhate means troubling. So he is causing trouble to Sarvanaha, to all of us. Badhate. And how come he is doing that? Because Viryat, he has that great prowess, because of which he is troubling us. And then, okay, if he is troubling, why don't you people go and stop? They are saying no. Shasitum tamna shaknumaha. We are not capable of controlling him. Why are we not capable of controlling him? Because you have given varas. That they will say next. But Bhagavan Tvotprasadena, by your grace. So by your grace, we are all suffering very nicely. So that's the kind of dhvani there. So some kind of some dhvani is there in that statement. But mind you, they will also say why they are not reacting. Also, we will see. So when it comes, we will see. So that dhvani is there here in the Bhagavan. By your grace, this Ravana is troubling all of us. So that's the meaning. Tvaya tasmai varo dattaha pritena bhagavanstada manayantascha tam nityam sarvam tasya kshamamahe. So okay, why are you not able to stop him? Why are you not able to control him? Because tvaya tasmai vaha. So pritena bhagavanstada. So therefore, at that time when Ravana did a great tapas, and you became very pleased with his tapas, and you gave him some varas. Tvaya tasmai Ravanaya, to that Ravana tasmai tvaya varo dattaha. So some vara has been given by you. Pritena Bhagavan, by you, hey Bhagavan. Pritena, once you were happy with his tapas, and therefore you gave him some varas. And manayantaschatam nityam sarvam tasya kshamamahe. So because you have given him those varas, so we are honoring your word. Manayantaha. So we honor that varam that you gave him. So nityam manayantaha. We always honor the word, honor the vara that you gave him. Therefore, sarvam tasya kshamamahe. All the wrong deeds that he is doing, we are, what should I say? We are tolerating it. Kshamamahe. That means we are putting up with it. So that is also the thing. So it's not entirely like, perhaps it's not entirely like these devatas can't do anything to him, but Brahmaji has given a vara. So to honor that vara, these devatas are also putting up with him. They are not kind of fighting back. I mean, maybe they are fighting back, but fighting back and killing him, such things they are not doing. Why? So this is the kind of respect that they all give to Brahmaji, because Brahmaji has given a vara. They are honoring his word. So um, so yeah, I thought I will tell here in this case what are those varas that Ravana, Kumbhakarna and Vibhishana asked. So about Ravana's vara, Brahmaji himself will say, but there is a very nice text called Ramodantam. Anybody who's studying Sanskrit in childhood, this is the first text they start with. So it's a text that is dear to me also, because I remember my mother used to teach some shlokas to me from that Ramodantam. One of them is Yastu. This is the last shloka. Ramodantam is a small text, Ramayana text. I mean, some 200 or some shlokas, around 200 shlokas on Ramayana. So yastu Dasharathir Bhutva Rane Hatva cha Ravanam Raraksha Lokan Vaikuntha Samam Rakshatu Chinmayaha. This shloka I remember my mother used to teach me in childhood. So this is the last shloka in Ramodantam. So that Rama, who became Dasharathi and killed Ravana in a war, Ravana, that Rama, may he protect us. He's Chinmaya. That Chinmaya Rama, he's Chinmaya, but he became Dasharathi by Leela Vigraha he has taken, Leela Avatara he has taken an avatar as Dasharathi and killed Ravana in a war. May that Ravana protect us. That's the last shloka in the Ramodantam. But I thought, so there's nice. So why am I saying that? There is a kind of funny thing also in that shlokas in the beginning. The varas that these people ask. So te tu tivrena tapasa pratyakshikritya vedhasam vavrirecha varan ishtan Asmadashrita Vatsalat, Te tu Tivrena Tapasa, those three brothers, Ravana, Kumbhakarna, and this is from Ramodantam. I will read 2-3 shlokas. So those three brothers, Ravana, Vibhishana, and Kumbhakarna, Tivrena Tapasa, by great tapas. So Pratyakshikrita Vedhasam, Vedhasa is that Brahma. So that Brahma, so because of their tapas, Brahma appeared in front of them. So they did tapas in such a way that Brahma appears in front of them. And then what did they do? Vavri Recha Varanishtan. So they asked varas that they want. And what were those varas? Ravano Manushadanyaihi Avadhyatvam Tatha Avadhyatvam. So Ravana asked, what did Ravana ask? To Brahma, he said, except human beings, nobody else should be able to kill me. So why did he leave human beings out? That Brahmaji will say in Ramayanam, which 15 Sarga, which we are seeing. Then Tathanujaha, his brother Kumbhakarna. So this is the funny part that I wanted to say. Nirdevatvechaya Nidram Kumbhakarno Vrinitacha. This Kumbhakarna wanted to ask, I want Nirdevatvam. Nirdevatvam means in this world there should not be any devatas at all. That means all devatas should be eliminated. That's what he wanted to ask. Nirdevatvam he wanted to ask, but by slip of tongue he asked Nidravatvam. So instead of saying Nirdevatvam, he ended up saying Nidravatvam. I always want to sleep. That's the meaning. So Brahmaji said okay. To Ravana also he said okay. And then Vibhishano Vishnu Bhaktim Vavre Sattvagunanvitaha. So that Vibhishana, the third brother, so because he was very sattvic in nature, he asked for Vishnu Bhakti. Tebhya etan varan dattva tatraivantar dadhe prabhu. So having given these varas to all three of them, Brahmaji disappeared from there. So I thought I will tell this. So Ravana's varas he will mention here anyway, Brahmaji. But this Nirdevatvam and Nidravatvam, I thought I will mention just because it's funny. Anyway, so Brahmaji will tell what are those varas anyway. So Manayantaschatam Nityam Sarvam Tasya Kshamamahe. We are putting up whatever he is doing it because we are honoring your word. You have given him some vara, and then we are saying, okay, Brahmaji has given him that vara, so let us honor it. But then what is he doing? Udvejayati lokan strin Uchritan dveshti durmatihi Chakram tridasharajanam pradharshaitumicchati. So Udvejayati lokan strin lokan, all the three worlds. So earth and loka above it and loka below it. So this is this vertical model of universe that these people had in the Puranas and things like that. But anyway, so these three lokas, Udvejayati, he's causing fear, Udvega in those people. So some kind of anxiety, fear he's causing in people of all the three lokas. And then Uchritan Dveshti, Durmatihi. This Durmati Ravana, what is he doing? Uchritan Dveshti. Uchritan means so people who are higher than human beings, that is Devatas and other people. So he's hating them. Uchritan Dveshti. Uchritan means people who are higher. So Uchritan means Sampatyadibhi Adhikan. So these people who have great wealth and things like that. That means people who are above human beings, the Devatas ityarthaha. These Devatas, he's hating them. And then Shakram Tridasha Rajanam Pradharshaitum Ichchati. So Shakra is Indra. Shakra is another name for Indra. So this Shakram Tridasha Rajanam. So he's the king of heaven. Tridasha is Tridashadhyaksha. He's called Indra. So Tridasha is that heaven. So Tridashadhyaksham Shakram Pradharshaitum Ichhati. So he is wanting to defeat. He's looking forward to defeat that Indra. So this is the kind of problematic thing that I said. So according to according to this shloka, Ravana has not yet conquered Indra. Okay, he's just trying to conquer. But then there are stories also that he has already conquered and things like that. So people usually quote these sargas and then say Uttarakanda is also part of Ramayana because what happens to these shlokas and things like that. These are all on very shaky grounds. There you will see that Ravana has conquered Indra. In fact, Indrajit conquered Indra, and such stories are there. But then this shloka is telling he has not yet conquered. So what will you take? Will you take this or will you take that, or will you leave both of them? And it's all very shaky. Such things come elsewhere also in this sarga. So Tridasha Rajanam Pradharshaitum Ichhati. What the Devatas are saying is this Ravana is looking to defeat or insult and defeat, capture over this Shakra, this Indra. He is trying to defeat. So Vyakhyakas are telling he has not yet defeated. So between now and Ravana going and Rama going and killing Ravana, between that period, Ravana is going to Ravana is going to defeat Indra. So now, as of now, he has not yet done. That's the meaning you get from here. So Rishinyakshan Sakandharvan Brahmanan Asuranstада Atikramati Duddharsho Varadanena Mohitaha. So this Ravana's Varadanena Mohitaha. His mind has become deluded because of these varas that he has got. So that means his mind has become very arrogant because of these varas. And then Atikramati Duddharshaha. This Duddharsha is, so he is now very, what should I say, he is having so much power that nobody can go and kind of fight with him or anything like that. So he's become very powerful. Such Ravana, what is he doing? So he's insulting all these people, rishis and yakshas, gandharvas, brahmanas, and then other asuras also. Asuras, brahmanan, asurans tada. So other asuras apart from him. So of course he's a rakshasa and there are asuras. I think I said this before also, asuras and rakshasas. So these people, he's going and troubling all of them. Nainam Suryah Pratapati Parshve Vati Namarutaha Chalormimali Tam Drishtva Samudropi Nakampate. So he is so powerful that Nainam Suryah Pratapati. So if this Ravana goes out, even sun is not very blazing, even if it is summer sun. So if Ravana is going out, he becomes very soft and soothing kind of rays. So warm rays, not very hot blazing rays. So even sun is afraid of him, that if Ravana goes out, sun also becomes very mild. Then Parshve Vati Namarutaha. So this Marut, this wind, when he is going out, he does not blow. He does not blow very kind of softly. That's that it does not disturb him. And then Chalomimali Tam Drishtva Samudropina Kampate. So there's another beautiful usage that Valmiki is making. So what is he trying to say? That if goes, even if Sagara becomes very still, he's afraid what will Ravana do to me. But what kind of Sagara he is? He's otherwise Chalormi Mali. So he has these waves, Urmi. So these Urmi, but then they are Chalormi. These waves are very, what should I say, always rising and falling. So always moving. So he's having a mala. So as though these waves are forming a mala to that Sagara. Even though he has such waves which are always rising and falling and moving forward, so even though the Sagara has such waves, but if Ravana comes out there, he's becoming very still. That's the meaning. So this is called Virodha Alankara. So he's actually Chalormi Mali, but then he's becoming Nakampate. He's not moving at all. Samudropi Nakampate. So this Chalormi Mali. Actually, if you go, I have seen this once in Trivandrum when I was there. So if you go to the lighthouse and look at the beach, so from a very high, what should I say, from a tall height, if you look at the beach, you can see that these waves that are coming, so waves don't form anywhere very far. I mean, somewhere close to the beach, these waves form, but then these waves are very nicely as though, so Valmiki's adjective is very fitting. It looks like that, Chalormi Mali. So this Mala, so this Sagaras, through this Sagara, these waves are forming like a Mala. So that is a very befitting adjective. It looks like, if you look at a beach from a height, if you look at anyway. So तन्महन्नो भयं तस्माद् राक्षसाद् घोरदर्शनात् वधार्थं तस्य भगवन् उपायं कर्तुमर्हसि तन्महतो भयं तस्मात्. So from him we have this great fire, mahato bhayam, great fear, great fear we are experiencing because of him. Tasmat rakshasat, from that rakshasa we are experiencing great fear. Ghora darshanat, he is very terrible to look at also, even his mere appearance is very frightening to us. From that rakshasa we are experiencing great fear. So vadhartham tasya bhagavan upayam kartum arhasi, you have to do something so that this Ravana is killed. So vadhartham means for his for killing him. Upayam kartum arhasi, you should do some upaya. That means you have to show us some solution. You have given him some vara, we are respecting your word, but he is troubling us so much, so you have to do something to this. So Bhagavan, so Bhagavan is an address, so address of respect. So hey Brahmadeva, so with great respect they are addressing him. Now Brahmaji is saying eva mukta surai sarv चिंतयित्वा ततो ब्रवीत हंतायम विदितस्तस्य वधोपायो दुरात्मनः. So evamukta suraihi sarvaihi, so having been told like this by all these devatas, chintayitva tato bravit, this Brahmaji having been told like this by all these devatas, he is also thinking for a moment, and then having thought for a moment, tataha bravit, he says thereafter, having thought, he says these following words. What does he say? Hantayam viditastasya vadhopayo duratmanah. So see, the first half of the shloka is Valmiki's words. The second half of the shloka is Brahmaji's words. So I've been telling this again and again. Valmiki's style is he just goes with direct speech wherever it comes. He doesn't tell Brahmo Vacha and then says direct speech. Just goes away with, he just goes on with direct speech. So now Brahma is telling Hantayam viditas tasya vadhopayo duratmanah, tasya duratmanah, of the duratma Ravana vadhopayaha. So what should I say, scheme or the trick through which we can kill him, that has been known by me, viditaha. So now I have known. So he was thinking, right? So now he comes to know what can be done so that this Ravana is killed. So hanta means, so it's an exclamation, hey, so something like that. Oh, I have known now. And then he recounts what is the vara that he gave to Ravana earlier. So tena gandharva yakshanam devatanam cha rakshasam avadhyosmiti vagupta tathetyuktam cha tanmaya. So tena gandharva, so tena means Ravanena, that Ravana, what did he say? So he what vara he asked? Gandharva yakshanam devatanam cha Gupta means he has said these following words. That means he requested for this boon. So he asked me for this boon. What is the Yakshas, Devatas, and other Rakshasas? So they should not be killing me. So I shouldn't speak. Avadhyos means I am unkilled. By whom? Gandharva, Yaksha, Devatas and Rakshasas. So that is the vara he asked. So he left out human beings, that he will tell in the next shloka. And then having asked like this, what did Brahmaji do? Tathetyuktam cha tanmaya tat tatha. Okay, tathastu, like that Brahmaji said. The uktam maya, I have said like that. Brahmaji is saying. Na kirtay davajnana tadraksho man so nakirtayat avajnanat. So he didn't ask for out of manushan nakirtayat. So in that list that he gave, Deva should not kill me, Gandharva should not kill me, Yaksha should not kill me, other Rakshasa should not kill me, he said, but he didn't even mention the name of human beings because he took them for granted. So avajnanat means some kind of taking for granted. What can human beings do to me? I am a great powerful Rakshasa. These mere human beings, what can they do to me? So this is they say the reason behind Rama's avatara. So there's a very famous Telugu pravachana karta, you must have heard his name, Sri Chaganti Koteshwara Garu. He highlights on this aspect. Being a human, a mere human was taken for granted, I believe. I was telling what beings do. So Devatas, Yakshas, Gandharvas, maybe there is a possibility that they might kill me. They can't even kill me, things like that. So to show what a human being can do, Rama has come. Not just there, in other places also. So Janaka also says, so what can he lift the bow? So I don't think he will be able to lift the bow. But then Rama will show that a human being is also very powerful. So to show the possibilities greatness of a human being, Rama comes down. So that's what Ravana also asked for. He said he had some kind of a taking for granted attitude towards human beings, because so what will they do to me? So avajnanat tad rakshasaha, that rakshasa of taking for granted attitude, manushan na kirtayati. He did not even mention the name of human beings. Tasmat some manushad, in that boon that I gave him, in that vara that I gave him, he missed out on human beings. Therefore, the only person who can kill him is a human being. Tasmatsa manushad vadhya. So he can be killed by a human being only. Manushad vadhya mrutyur nanyosya vidyate. There is no other mrutyu to him. There is no other death to him. That means there is nobody else to kill him except a human being. Nobody can kill him. That's the meaning. Etat प्रियं वैकृष्टास्ते भवंस्तदा. So etat shrutva priyam vakyam. So brahmana priyam vakyam samudahritam. So brahmana samudahrit, what has been said by Brahma, priyam vakyam, these very sweet words. Why is it sweet? Because they are getting relief. Okay, this Ravana is tormenting us so much. Brahmaji has assured that somehow he will be killed. So even that news that somehow he will be killed in the future, that news is also very soothing to him, because he is torturing them so much. Etat shrutva, having heard these words of Brahmaji, devaha maharshaya sarve prahrishtaste bhavan. So they became very happy, these devatas, maharshis, and all other people who were assembled there, having heard these words that Ravana will be killed somehow in the future. Even those words, having heard that it's not yet done, it's just a promise that he will be killed somehow. So even those words are very soothing to him. Devaha maharshayaha sarve prahrishta bhavans tada. Thereafter, having heard those very reassuring words of Brahmaji, they all became very happy. एतस्मिन्नन्तरे विष्णुरुपयातो महाद्युतिः शङ्खचक्रगदापाणिः पीतवासा जगत्पतिः वैनतेयं समारुह्य भास्करस्तोयदं यथा तप्तहाटककेयूरो वन्द्यमानः सुरोत्तमैः. So now when these people are discussing there, now even Vishnu comes in that. I mean, these people are, like I said, they are not seen by people around in the Yajnashala. That Yajna is going on in the background. So but the focus, Valmiki shifts towards these devatas who are, let's say, hovering around there, and they are talking around amongst themselves. Now to that assembly of devatas, etc., etc., this Vishnu comes down. Vishnu ji is coming down. How? And then is this description of Vishnu. So etasmin antare, during that time when these people have been discussing, Vishnu upayataha. So this Vishnu also came there, and then this Vishnu is mahadyutihi. He has a great brilliance around him. Then he is Shankha Chakra Gada Panihi. He has his Shankha, Chakra and Gada with him in his hand. Such a Vishnu. Pitavasa. Pitavasa means he's having yellow. So there's a yellow garment that he's wearing. So Pitavasa Jagatpatihi. He's the lord of this entire universe. And then how did he come? Vainateyam Samaruhya. He came on his vehicle, which is Garuda. So Vainateya is Vinata Suta. So Garuda is Vinata Suta. Vinata is Garuda's mother. So he's called Vainateya because he's Vinata's son. So Vainateyam Samaruhya, having mounted on his vehicle, which is Garuda, he came there. And then Tapta Hataka Keyuraha. So this Keyura means that what should I say? Those ornaments that you wear on your hands, that is called Keyura. And then how are they? Tapta Hataka Keyuraha. So they are made of gold, Hataka Keyuraha, and then they are Tapta Hataka Keyura. That means they are made of pure gold. That means they are shining very much. So that brilliant ornaments with those ornaments, and then Surottamaihi Vandyamanaha. So he's a person who's to be worshipped even by all these great devatas. So that kind of Vishnu, he came there, and then Valmiki is giving a simile to this. So he's telling Bhaskaras Toyadam Yatha, like Toyadam is which gives water. That is, these clouds are called Toyada. So because he's black, so they say when clouds are dark, that means dark clouds are there, and then amidst this dark clouds, sun has come. That's the meaning. So if around dark clouds has come, Tikakaras are telling, that means that it's going to. But to me, it looks like, I don't know if we look around, if there are dark clouds and then suddenly sun comes out, that means it's going to stop raining. So far it has been raining. Now it's the time for sun to rise. Maybe that's description, because the dhvani, in the way that the Tikakaras are saying, is that now this Kripa Varsha is going to fall. Like if you take the Tikakara's kind of explanation, then you should say that this rain of Rama's or Vishnu's grace is now going to fall. Or if you take the alternative explanation that I suggested, then it should be that so far all rains of worry has been falling. Now that will end. Now is the time for to arise. So that sun is coming out. So far Vishnu's grace was covered by clouds. Now that Vishnu is coming. So anyway, I mean, maybe you should follow the Tikakaras, I think. But then I suggested an alternative explanation also. So Brahmana cha samagatya tatra tastho samahita vishnuya sannata, and then he stood by. So he stood with. So he stood inside Brahmaji. The samagatya Brahmana cha samagatya tatra tasthau samah. So tasthau means so he stood there. So samahitaha is so well composed. And what is samahita? Samahita has devakarya tatparaha. So now, so he has, so Samahita has, he has made up his mind to now protect these devatas somehow. So that, and then tam abruvan suras sarve. So these devatas, what did they do? Vishnu came there, pranam to him, and then samabhishtuya, so having sang stotrams for him. So they sang this to him, and then they started telling him. So all those devatas who are assembled there, they told the following words to Vishnu. What did they say? विभो धर्मज्ञस्य वदान्यस्य महर्षि समतेजसः अस्य भार्यासु तिसृषु ह्रीश्रीकीर्त्युपमासु च विष्णोः पुत्रत्वमागच्छ कृत्वात्मानं चतुर्विधं तत्र त्वं मानुषो भूत्वा प्रवृद्धं लोककण्टकम् अवध्यं दैवतैर्विष्णो समरे हि रावणम्. So what they are saying, त्वां नियोक्ष्यामहे. So actually it means त्वां नियोक्ष्यामहे means we are kind of, what should I say, नियोक्ष्यामहे is literally speaking, we are employing you, something like that. But then here you should take, we are requesting you, tvam niyokshyamahe Vishnu, hey Vishnu, lokanam hitakamyaya. So lokanam hitakamyaya niyokshyamahe, you can say, with a desire to do good to this world, niyokshyamahe, we are requesting you to do this. Or you can say lokanam hitakamyaya, with a desire to do well, with a desire of welfare of this world, you should do the following thing. That we also can say. What should you do? राज्ञः दशरथस्य त्वम् अयोध्याधिपतेर्विभो. सो पुत्रत्वम् आगच्छ. राज्ञः दशरथस्य पुत्रत्वम् आगच्छ. That's the intention, and in between there are all adjectives to this Dasharatha. So to this Raja Dasharatha, putratvam agaccha, you attain putratvam. So that's the style of speaking. Instead of saying you be born as Dasharatha's son, so they say Rajnyaha, so Dasharathasya putratvam agaccha. So you obtain or you attain putratvam, childhood. Putratvam is sonhood or childness or childhood of Dasharatha. You attain. That means you be born as Dasharatha's son. So that's the request. So, and then what kind of Dasharatha is? He is Ayodhyadipate Dasharathasya. So this Dasharatha who is Ayodhyadipati, and then Vibho. Vibho you can say hey Vibho or Vibho. I think hey Vibho. So hey Vibho. So all pervasive Vishnu. You are all pervasive, but you should do this following task. That is Vadanyasya. So this Dasharatha is a Dharmagnya. Dharmagnyasya Dasharathasya. Vadanya is, you can say he is well respected. Or Maharshi Samatejasaha, his tejas, his brilliance is like that of a Maharshi. That Dasharathya Bharu Tushrushu Hri Shri Kirtipamasu cha. So you can't be you can't son to just a man. You should be son to a man and a woman, that is to a father and a mother. So that kind of, so they are praising Dasharatha so far. Now they are praising even the queens of Dasharatha. So Asya Bharyasu Tisrushu. So to his wives also you should Putratvam Agacha. Also you should become son. And then how are they? These he is giving Upamana to. He is giving a simile for those three queens. So Hri Shri Kirti. So he Hri Shri Kirti Upamasucha. So he is describing Hri literally means some kind of shyness or something like that. So actually Hri, that's the meaning, but Hri means dharma buddhi. So that dharma buddhi is one queen, and then Shri, Shri is lot of wealth, that is one queen, and then Kirti, fame, that is one queen. So the other two you might give to whomever you want, but Hri can say is the dharma. So when there is dharma buddhi, Rama will be born. That's the dhvani here. So to that Kaushalya, Sumitra and Kaikeyi, Hri Shri Kirtyupamasucha, to them Vishnu, hey Vishnu, Putratvam Agacha. So Tvam is there in 19th shloka. Tvam Putratvam Agacha, you be born as their son. And then how one person, three wives. So they are telling Atmanam Chaturvidham Kritva. So you distribute or you divide. I mean, or you make yourselves into four, and then you come as their son. That's the meaning. So Atmanam Chaturvidham Kritva. That is, some people say, so Rama's aspect was, and then one aspect in Bharata, one aspect was in Lakshmana. So this division will come when the Yajna Payasa is being distributed. So that division will be seen there. Or the other kind of explanation is, there are shlokas like that. So Panchajanya is Vishnu's conch. That conch became Bharata, and then Sudarshana became Shatrughna, and then Ananta is that Shayana on which Vishnu sleeps. That Ananta became Lakshmana, and then Janya conch became Bharata, and Sudarshana became Shatrughna, and then Vishnu himself came as Rama. So this is a shloka from Padma Purana, Tikakara is mentioning. So you can say that way. He and his paraphernalia, they were born as Rama, Lakshmana, Bharata, Shatrughna. Or you can say that Vishnu's tejas itself was divided in some portions and born. That division will come. Of course, it's not so explicitly given in Valmiki Ramayana itself, but Tikakaras will quote from somewhere else. So that is there. So Tatratvam Manusho Bhutva. So Rama, you might ask Vishnu, why should I be born as a human being? So they are telling Tatratvam Manusho Bhutva Pravruddham Lokakantakam Avadhyam Daivater Vishnu Samare Jahi Ravanam. So you should be born so that you can kill this Ravana in a war. Samare Jahi, you kill that Ravana in a war. And what kind of Ravana he is? So Daivataihi Avadhyam. He's a person who cannot be who cannot be killed by Devatas. So Vishnu, hey Vishnu, Samare Jahi, you in a war you kill him, but you cannot go as Vishnu and kill him because he has that vara. Only a human being can kill him. So Manusho Bhutva Samare Jahi, you come as a human being and then kill that Ravana in a war. And then what kind of Ravana? Pravruddham Lokakantakam. So he's growing in his power. Pravruddham. So he's growing in his power day by day. And Lokakantakam. So Kantaka is a thorn. So he's becoming like a thorn for people of this world. Such a Ravana, you come down as a human being and kill in a war. Sahi Devan Sagandharvan Siddhanscha Rishi Sattaman Rakshasо Ravano Murkho Viryodrekena Badhate. So that Ravana, what is he doing? So Viryodrekena. So he's a Murkha, he's a deluded person, but Viryodrekena. So he's a Murkha but has great power. So if a Murkha has great power, what will he do? He will trouble people around. What should I say? Stock of power that he's having, he is troubling these people. Rakshasaha Ravanaha Badhate. He's troubling these people. Who all? Devan, Gandharvan, Siddhan, and Rishi Sattaman. So Devatas, Gandharvas, Siddhas, and Rishis, all these people he's troubling because he's a Murkha but has great power. So he's troubling people around. Rishayascha Tatastena Gandharvapsarasastatha Kridanto Nandanavane Raudrena Vinipatitaha. So these people, Rishis, Rishayaha, Gandharvaha, and then Apsarasaha, the Rishis, Gandharvas, and Apsarasas. So they are very happily staying Nandanavana. Nandanavana is supposed to be a vana, a park in Amaravati, in Indraloka. So in that Indraloka, in that park in Nandanavana, they are all very happily roaming around. Kridantaha. So they are playing around in that Nandanavana. But this person is going there and he's troubling them also. Raudrena Vinipatitaha. Because of great anger. So he's troubling them. He's pushing them down, things like that. So Vadhartham Vayam Vadhartham Vayam Matas Tasya Vai Munibhisaha Siddha Gandharvayakshascha Tatastvam Sharanangataha. So therefore, because he's troubling us so much, we all have approached to you. So Sharanam Gata Tvam Sharanataha, we do Sharanagati, we surrender to you. And why are we surrendering to you? Vadhartham vayam ayataha. So we have come to you, we have surrendered to you, sharanangataha, and then vayam ayataha, we have come to you, vadhartham. So that you will go and kill that Ravana. With that request, we have come to you. And then these devatas are telling, you are not alone. We have come munibhis saha, along with the munis, siddha gandharva yakshascha. So along with these munis, siddhas, gandharvas, and yakshas, tvam sharanangataha, we approach, we surrender to you with this request. Please kill that Ravana. त्वं गतिः परमादेव सर्वेषान्नः परन्तप वधाय देवशत्रूणां नृणां लोके मनः कुरु त्वं गतिः त्वं परमागतिः. You are the ultimate gati, you are the ultimate hey Deva, you are the ultimate gati for all of us. Sarvesham naha, so to all of us. Sarvesham naha means to us, Sarvesham naha means to all of us. You are the ultimate refuge. And then you are Parantapa, you are somebody who can literally it means scorcher of enemies. So this Parantapa word keeps coming in Gita. So Parantapa means one who can destroy these enemies. So you are such a person. So Vadhaya Devashatrunam Loke Manah Kuru, Nrinam Loke Manah Kuru, Nrinam Loke Devashatrunam Vadhaya. Ravana is not alone. Ravana and other people are also there. His parivara, his family, his Sena, his army and things like Senathipatis and things like that. So that is Devashatrunam. He is using plural. There are many people, Devashatrus there. So they are troubling all these devatas to kill them. So Nrinam Loke, in this human world, you should come and to kill all of them. So for that we are seeking refuge in you. एवं स्तुतस्तु देवेशो विष्णुस्त्रिदश पुंगवः पितामह पुरोगांस्तान् सर्वलोक नमस्कृतः अब्रवीत् त्रिदशान् सर्वान् समेतान् धर्म संहितान्. एवं स्तुतस्तु देवेशः, this devesha, so lord of all these devatas, evam stutaha, having been praised by devatas like this, Vishnuhu tridasha pungavaha. So this Vishnu having been praised by them, and what kind of Vishnu? He is Tridasha Pungavaha. So Tridashas means these devatas. So Tridasha Pungava. So Pungava means Shrestha. So he is the Shrestha among all devatas. Such Vishnu, Pitamaha Puroganstan Sarvaloka Namaskritaha. He is Sarvaloka Namaskritaha. He is one who is worshipped by people of all these three worlds. So Sarvaloka Namaskritaha Pitamaha Purogan Abravit. So he told the following words to these devatas. What and how are these devatas? Devatas are having Brahma in front of them. So they kept Brahma in front of them and requested Vishnu. So Pitamaha Purogan Stan means Stan Pitamaha Purogan. Those people who have Pitamaha Brahmaji in front of them, to them Abravit Tridashan Sarvan Sametan Dharma Samhitan. So these Tridashas devatas who have all have assembled there, Sametan Sarvan Sametan Tridashan, to all those devatas who have assembled there, Dharma Samhitan. So these people are having a dharmic desire, and then they have also assembled there to express their dharmic desire. To that devatas Abravit, he said the following words. What did he say? So Bhayam Tyajata Bhadram Vo Hitartham Yudhi Ravanam Saputra Pautram Samatyam Samantri Gnati Bandhavam Hatva Kururam Duradharsham Devarshinam Bhayavaham Dasha Varsha Sahasrani Dasha Varsha Shatani Cha Patsyami Manushe Loke Palayan Prithivimimam. So Bhayam Tyajata Bhadram Vaha. So Hedas, I am giving you Abhayam. So Bhadram Vaha, may auspicious, may good happen to you. Vaha means to you. Bhadram, so may good things happen to you. Bhayam Tyajata, fear. Yudhi, so Vaha Hitartham. So this Vaha you can put two ways. Bhadram Vaha, auspicious, may good happen to you. And then Vaha Hitartham, for your welfare say, Yudhi Ravanam, and then Yudhi Ravanam Hatva. So having killed, so Hatva comes in next shloka. So in a war, I will kill that Ravana. And then Ravana, not just Ravana, Saputra Pautram, his sons and his grandchildren, Samatyam along with his ministers, Samantri Gnati Bandhavam. So some mantris, again I told you earlier also, Amatya and Mantri, the difference we told earlier. So these Amatyas and ministers, all of them I will kill. And then Gnati Bandhavam, his relatives, his friends, all of them I will kill in a war. Yudhi Hatva Kruram Duradharsham. So he's Krura, very kind of, what should I say, Krura is what, very harsh, such kind of person, that Krura Ravana. Duradharsham, who's very difficult to otherwise what should I say, otherwise face in a war and defeat, such kind of Ravana. So Devarshinam Bhayavaham, that Ravana who's causing fear to even Devarshis, such a Ravana I will kill. Having killed him, Hatva means having killed him, what will I do? Dashavarsha Sahasrani, Dashavarsha Shatani cha Vatsyami. So this also already came earlier. So Dasha Varsha Sahasrani. So 10,000 years plus Dasha Varsha Shatani cha. So 10,100 years. 10,100 means 1,000. So 10,000 plus 1,000. Totally 11,000 years I will. So this is the traditional kind of number that they give. Rama lived for 11 years. They say you can take. 1 years I will live. Vatsyami Manushoke. In this Manushoka I will live for 11,000 years. And then what will I do? Palayan Prithvi Mimam. So I will rule over this Prithvi. So I will rule over this Prithvi, and like that I will live for 11,000 years. This also Ramavatara is not just for killing Ravana and other Daityas. It is also to show the greatness of a human being, like I said before, and then to show us how a human being should live according to Dharma. Even that is the Prayojana of Ramavatara. Otherwise he can just say I will kill him and then go back. So but then Rama is telling, no, I will live long, and then I will rule over this earth also. So evam dattva varam devo devanam vishnuratmavan manushye chintayamasa janma bhumi mathatmanaha. So having given this vara to that devatas, varam dattva evam, like this, thus varas having given, devaha, that deva Vishnu, devanam varam dattva, so Vishnu, so that Vishnu having given this vara to devatas. What is the vara? That I will come and then kill Ravana and all his kind of ministers and army and things like that, friends and relatives in a war, children, grandchildren, all of them I will kill. Like that, this vara he gave to the devatas. And then this Vishnu Atmavan here you can take as Karunamayaha. So he can say, okay, you it's your problem, it's there, you fight between yourselves. He doesn't say that. He says, okay, these devatas are dharmic people, rishis and all of them are dharmic people, and the Ravana is coming and causing harm to these dharmic people. Therefore I have to uphold dharma. That karuna is there in Bhagavan. Because of that karuna he has given the vara. So that karuna is being hinted by this Atmavan. So Atmavan, what did he do? Having given this vara, Chintayamasa, he started thinking about, what did he start thinking about? Manushye Janmabhumim Atha Atmanaha Janmabhumim, Manushye Janmabhumim. So in this Manushya Loka, I should be born. Where should I be born? So that he started thinking, Janmabhumi. So where should I be born? That he started thinking about himself. Atmanaha Janmabhumim Chintayamasa. Where should I be born? He started thinking about. So again, another kind of problem. I told you so earlier, Devatas have already requested that you should be born as Dasharatha's son. So there is no question of where I should be born and things like that. Anyway, so Janmabhumim Chintayamasa. So where should I be born? That he thought about it. And then now he comes to a conclusion. Tataf Padmapala Shakshaha Kritvatmanam Chaturvidham Pitaram Rochayamasa Tada Dasharatham Nrupam. So that Rama, those beautiful eyes, so that Rama with beautiful eyes, Atmanam Chaturvidham Kritva. So he makes himself, divides himself into 4 parts, and then Pitaram Dasharatham Nrupam Rochayamasa. So Rochayamasa means he chose Dasharatha to be his father, and then that Dasharatha, that King Dasharatha, Nrupam Dasharatham Rochayamasa. He chose Dasharatha to be the father to whom he will be born as a human being. Tato Devarshi Gandharva Sarudra Sapsaroganaha Stutibhir Divya Rupabhihi Tushtuvur Madhusudanam. So having, now that Rama has, or now that Vishnu has made up this mind, his mind like this, these devatas are all very happy. Devarshi Gandharvaha, so devatas, rishis, Gandharvas, Rudras, or you can say Devarshis, Gandharvas, Rudras, Apsaroganaha, so these Apsaras. And then what did they do? They all started praising Vishnu. Stutibhihi Divya Rupabhihi Tushtuhu. So they started or praising or pleasing that Vishnu with different kinds of beautiful stutis. Divyaihi Stutibhihi, Divya Rupabhihi Stutibhihi Tushtuhu. So whom did they praise? Madhusudanam. So Madhusudana again is a dhvani here. So earlier, long time back, Madhu and Kaitabha, 2 demons were there. You kill them. That Madhu and Kaitabha demons, you kill them. So now also you have to come and kill this Ravana demon. So that kind of Vishnu these people praised. Now Valmiki is ending the Sarga with 2 shlokas. Tamadbhutam Ravana Mugra Tejasam प्रवृद्धदर्पं त्रिदशेश्वरद्विषं विरावणं साधु तपस्वी कंटकं तपस्विनामुद्धरतं भयावहं. So having praised Vishnu, these devatas are making the request once again. So what are they saying? Tam uddhatam. I said tam adbhutam. Tam uddhatam ravanam प्रवृद्धदर्पं त्रिदशेश्वरद्विषं विरावणं साधु तपस्विकण्टकं तपस्विनामुद्धरतं भयावहं. So that bhayavaham, so tapasvinam bhayavaham. Okay, tam uddhatam ravanam ugratejasam. So that Ravana who's having who's arrogant with pride. So uddhatam, I think uddhatam means that. Um, yeah, it's uddhatam prasiddham ugra tejasam. Uddhatam means prasiddham. So uddhata is that prasiddha Ram. Why is he prasiddha? Because he's troubling all of us. So that famous Ravana, that tam uddhatam Ravanam, or tam itself means, okay, tam uddhatam prasiddham. So uddhatam means that famous Ravana. So ugra tejasam, he's having that fierce power. So ugra tejasam pravruddha darpam, his arrogance is increasing day after day. Such kind of Ravana, Tridasheshwara Dvisham. So he's hateful of Tridasheshwara. Tridasheshwara is so this king of these devatas. So that is Indra. So he's hateful towards him. Tridasheshwara Dvisham. Dvisham means hating him. So he's hating Tridasheshwara, and then uh, 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 and then he is tapasvi come to these tapasvi. So they want to do their tapas peacefully, but this Ravana is not allowing them to do their tapas. So sadhu viravanam uddhara. So tapasvina uddhara. Yeah. So uddhara. So viravanam. So sadhu viravanam uddhara. That means you. So I think viravanam. Just a second. So Viravanam is he's making all these people cry. He's making on the three words Ravana, Viravanam. So Viravana words comes in the next shloka also, but it comes in a different sense. Here Viravana means Viravan's making all these people, all these tapasvis cry. So that Ravana sadhu dhara. So you put an end to him very nicely, very appropriately. Sadhu means nicely, appropriately. Udhara, you रावणमुग्र पौरुषम स्वर्लोकमागच्छ गतज्वरश्चिरं सुरेन्द्रगुप्तं गतदोषकल्मषं. So tamev hatva. So that Ravana having killed, so you kill him, and then you don't kill him alone, you kill him sabalam sabandhavam, along with his army and all his friends and relatives. You kill him, then Ravanam ugra paurusham, that Ravana you kill. So Ravanam hatva, tam Ravanam hatva, along with his army and Bandhavas. So Ugra Paurusham, that Ravana who has great Paurusha. So Viravanam. So he is also one who causes. So Viravanam Kritva, that you should say Viravanam is you make this earth without Ravana. So that you do. That means you put you eliminate Ravana. Then Swarlokamagacha. So having done this, then you come to Swargaloka. So and then how is the Swargaloka? Gata Chiram Gatajwaraha. So Chiram Gatajwara. So this shloka is a little problematic, at least to me. I am not able to do Anvaya. The problem is there, and there are some problems with the meaning of the shloka also. I will tell that and conclude. But then Chiram Gatajwaraha. So you be free of anxiety having killed that Ravana. And then Surendra Guptam Gatadosha Kalmasham Swarlokam Agacha. So you come to that Swargaloka, Swarlokam Agacha, and then that Swargaloka is Gata Dosha Kalmasham. That in that Swargaloka there are no doshas or anything like that. Such a very auspicious, pure Swargaloka you come. And then how is that Swargaloka? Surendra Guptam. The Surendra means Indra there. So this Indra is well protecting that Swargaloka. So to that Swargaloka you come, but you come back. That's the meaning. Or you can say some alternative meaning is you come back to that Vaikuntha Loka. So you come to that Loka after putting an end to this Ravana and his family, army and other people. So what am I saying? Problem is if he's saying Surendra Guptam, it's well protected by Indra, then what is the problem? Ravana can come, but then nobody can attack that Loka because it is well protected. So I don't know. There seems to be some problems with this sarga, and some people say that the sarga is prakshipta because devatas and Vishnu and such things are coming, and then people don't like. Some people say so. You should not bring in this because Rama Avatara was a complete Manushya Avatara. So this and then Valmiki doesn't like to explicitly say these things. These things are there, but anyway, I find this problematic if it is Surendra Guptam, if that Loka, Swarga Loka, Swarlokam is Surendra Guptam, very nicely protected by Indra, then what is the problem with Ravana? That issue is there. Therefore, you should give an alternative meaning to that Swarlokam. Swarlokam, then you should say Vaikuntham. You go back to your Vaikuntha, which is well protected by that Indra, but you kill that Ravana and go back to that Vaikuntha. Anyway, so इत्यार्षे श्रीमद् रामायणे वाल्मीकिये आदिकाव्ये बालकाण्डे पंचदश सर्गः ओम यत्र यत्र रघुनाथकीर्तनं तत्र तत्र कृतमस्तकाञ्जलिं बाष्पवारि परिपूर्णलोचनं मारुतिं नमत राक्षसान्तकम् ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्तिः 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 हरिः ॐ श्रीरामार्पणमस्तु।